If you are wanted, turn your camera off, change your name, or exit the building. Otherwise, let's enjoy. No, thank you all for being here. Super excited about tonight. We've been planning this for a while, so I for one am if having a front row seat in the kind of a fangirl moment here with these two. But
Go.
okay, I'm gonna mute you. Um, I will leave the chat open if you guys have any questions going forward, but without further ado, I will introduce our two speakers for today. First, we have Dr. Tequila, who is a licensed psychotherapist, a meditation and mindfulness teacher, and a professor whose professional experiences are guided by systemic psychotherapy and somatic mind-body practices. All of those words, if you do not understand, she will explain and get deeper into her practice. And we also have beautiful Dr. Edna Abne, who is a licensed therapist in Georgia, Florida, and California, a professional yoga therapist, a clinical professor, and a serial entrepreneur. And I'm sure that she will tell us much more about her entrepreneurial journey as we go along. And I'm going to be quiet because I want to gobble up every minute of this. Welcome to Hugh family. Welcome to guests who are now family too. And I will turn it over to the two of you, Dr. Tequila and Dr. Edna.
Yes,
Thank
welcome everyone.
you.
It's so lovely to be here. So first and foremost, I do want to invite you. It's an invitation to turn your camera off so I can see your beautiful faces. If you want to keep them off, that's okay. But the way that Dr. Edna and I facilitate things is typically like fireside chat style. So your participation is important. But again, it's just an invitation to turn your camera on. You can keep it off, but we hope that you feel moved to engage with us. Yeah.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. So as we drop into this space, I just want to ask you first, Edna, like, what do you like, where are you in space and time? Like where are you? Like, what do you bring into the space? How are you dropping in tonight?
Mm. Centered, well, protected, whole, um, passionate, excited,
Mhm.
connected is
Mm.
really beautiful to explain where I am right now. What about you?
I think I'm in a similar frequency, right? I'm bringing
Mm.
passion and presence, high frequencies of wellness, community, and also light, because I feel like we need that after the week we've all collectively had as humans on this earth. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I fully agree. We have to even explain where I feel like we all are starting out today.
And I want to
Um,
take a moment to ask everybody too, like, who wants to share, like, what are they bringing to
yeah.
the space? Like, what energy are they bringing tonight? And it doesn't have to be all warm and fuzzy. You
Yeah.
can be honest about where you are in space and time.
And if you don't want to come off mute, drop it in the chat.
Yep.
I am I've been feeling conflicted a lot
Mm,
lately. Just with like everything that's going on with the fires and
yeah.
Palestine and all of these things. And then I feel like as a community leader, I have an obligation to kind of address those things. And it
Yeah.
feels inorganic and or just not authentic for me to like, okay, these fires are going on, here are some resources, and then try and do a promo for like my book that just got released. Like
Yeah.
that's the conflict that I consistently battle between. And it's like you never really get to recover from it because it's always something else. It's just the next
Yeah.
thing after the next thing after the next thing. But I struggle with business as usual.
Thank you for being honest. I hope that you hopefully and maybe after our experience you can create more space to take breaks, since the work that you do is, it's always going to be there. I hope that we can inspire you in some way to take breaks and slow down and learn how to balance rest with the work.
Mm.
Mhm.
And honor what's coming up for you. Like honor your gifts, your passions in the midst of the chaos. I think that there's something beautiful about you being able to launch a book in the midst of all that is happening right now. It's something that sounds very much needed, in a space where things are kind of tough. So it's beautiful.
I just want to call out Justina for being honest in the chat. She said she has a quiet rage today. Although she presented with her really cute, sexy heart-shaped glasses, like duality, right? And she also has a quiet rage. And I honor that, Justina, and thank you for being honest about where you are.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Anybody else want to share where they are in space and time today? There's no wrong answer. It's just an answer.
One word that came up for me is heavy. My client is the federal government, so just working with all the employees that are impacted, and I work in sales, and I still got to show up asking them, we need your business. It's pretty tough.
Hold space for you, having to show up and be whole and be going through lots of emotions and also be visible for all those people. Yeah.
All those energies. I can't even imagine. That's heavy. And especially with government, because it's always business as usual. The whole world could be blowing up and they're still like, so what about, it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Lanise says, I'm feeling determined in this moment. I feel grateful that we have each other. We protect and we rise together. Beautiful.
That's why we're here.
Beautiful.
Holding space. That's why we're here.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say I'm feeling just rushed. Like I'm like kind of like business as usual, but feeling rushed, not able to like kind of smell the roses, appreciate it, just like on to the next. Worry about the next thing while you're in the trying to focus on the present.
Well, no, I hope that you learn that you are the one that controls the rhythm of your life, and hopefully that's something that you can expand more into.
And perhaps during this beautiful hour that we have together, these few minutes that we have together, maybe this moment will be a moment where you find yourself pausing for just this time. Maybe this moment could be that for you. If you don't get it anywhere else, maybe right now could be that moment.
Because, and for all the people who say they don't have time, they made time tonight. So they do have time
Hello.
to slow down and for their wellness. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm curious. This is Edna's icebreaker, and it's one of my favorite ones that she creates. And it is if your self-care was an animal, what animal would your current self-care or wellness practices be? Is it relaxing like a cat? Is it playful like a dolphin? Take a moment to think.
Ferocious like a lion.
I mean, that sounds like yours.
It is.
Please share.
Mine's is a panda. I
Pandas
want to
are
be a
so
panda
cute.
so bad. That's all I ask when I come back. Just please. Do you understand the life of a panda? They have somebody taking care of them 24/7. They ain't shit. They just flop around. They throw tantrums. They do all of this stuff, and they just have, and they're the cutest things. And you can't be mad at a panda.
I love it.
Like I just want to be a panda.
I love that. I love that. Oh, yes, to the sloth. That's a good
I love sloth.
real sloth. I like it. You like a sloth. Thank you, iPhone 9.5.
I love it.
A shark. If I stop swimming, I die. Okay, gangster. Okay, shark. Yes, shark.
That means she's serious about herself, her well-being too.
That's right. I'm gonna say mine is an elephant, because if y'all notice, the elephant don't move if it don't want to move. It don't do what it don't want to do. Like, I'm an elephant. Like, yeah.
I love that.
That's the energy I'm in this season. Big elephant energy. Bird, anxious but free. Okay. Okay. Y'all are giving some good ones. Anybody else? These are so cute. I love this. Thank you for sharing. which animal you've been. And I love this exercise because it really makes you take a moment to be mindful,
Yeah.
to be honest with yourself. Right.
Yeah.
I think all of you move really fast. I can tell you have busy, big lives. Everything on your plate, I hope, are things that are in your alignment. But I do understand there comes a time that we have to sit and make sure that everything on our plate is everything that is still in alignment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And part of wellness is staying in alignment. And Edna, you can move our slides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So T and I love, well, we just love Black women in general, but this quote by Audre Lorde really embodies the aspect of well-being that we adopt in our own lives. We look at our self-care as not just this passive thing or this thing that we do when we just have time. Like, it is priority. It is like drinking water. It is like breathing for us. And it again is it's not even just self-preservation, it is everything for us, including a radical act against the oppressive systems that keep us bound to our desk all day, doing tasks, mundane tasks sometimes. Um, it is prioritizing ourselves over caregiving, over all the other things. I mean, I could go down a list of things that you know tend to take precedence over caring for yourself, your own well-being. But it is truly to set the foundation of this fireside chat that we have going. This quote by Audrey is again one of our favorites, and how we um, embody this concept of this lifestyle of well-being.
I really love, Edna, how you talk about well-being as a lifestyle, y'all, because it really is a lifestyle. Like it is a
Yeah.
lifestyle. Just like some people work in corporate and that's a lifestyle. Some people are entrepreneurs. Some people would consider it is a lifestyle. It's a way of being. It's an approach to stuff. Because okay, if we have to participate in the system of things and we have to work, then I think that we forget that we have power and choice in how we approach the work. Are we
Yeah.
approaching it with ease? Are we approaching it with flow? Are you in your alignment? Are you taking breaks? Are you doing things to nurture yourself as you go? I understand for some of us, especially from a cultural standpoint, we probably didn't see people or elders in our life taking care of themselves. Or we were probably told that resting is that you're being lazy. So I get that part of this journey is unlearning and relearning how to stay well and how to stay sane and how to be with yourself. So with that said, I want to kind of kick us off to bring us all into one mind. So wherever you are in space and time, I invite everyone to stop. And I want us to get still together. And when you're feeling good about it, I want you to allow your eyes to settle close. And I'm going to close mine too. So we're all closing our eyes. If you want to turn off your camera, turn off your camera, but you don't have to. You can just close your eyes. Again, you are held in safety and compassion. And I want everyone to notice what it feels like to stop. Notice what it feels like to be sitting in these purposeful positions, held in safety, with aligned minds and connected hearts. Taking a moment to just notice. And without trying to change anything, I want everyone to pay attention to their body without judgment, but with curiosity. If at any time the mind wanders, it is okay. It is the nature of the mind to wonder. Go back to your breath and come back into your body. Be with yourself. Sit with yourself and just notice. Notice what it feels like to stop. Just notice. And I want everyone to bring their attention to their feet. Notice your feet and wiggle your toes. And then notice your shins. Notice your calves. Notice your knees, your hips, your belly button, Notice your chest and shoulders. Notice your throat, back of neck, base of head, top of head. Just notice. Notice where you might be holding any tension. Again, notice with curiosity, not judgment. And as you're noticing, I want you to notice your breath. Where is your breath? Is it in your chest? Is it in your belly? Is it moving through your body? Wherever your breath is, I want everyone to take a collective deep inhale through the nose. And as you inhale, inhale clarity. As you exhale, release what no longer serves you. Inhaling clarity, releasing what no longer serves you. Breathing in, breathing out. Breath in, breath out. As you settle into the body, find a cadence of breathing that feels good and nourishing to you. As long as the breaths are even and smooth, nourishing and expansive. Noticing the light and heavy in the body, noticing the light and heavy in the mind. Notice without trying to change anything. And then breathe into the body with intention and with compassion. Don't worry, the energy knows where to go. Just breathe. And as we are breathing and settling and grounding, I invite everyone to create an intention for tonight. Create an intention for yourself. And when you feel and see that intention, breathe it in through the body. And then release. Gently swallow. Wiggle toes, wiggle fingers. Roll shoulders back and forward. Give me 3 really deep closing breaths. And when you feel complete and on a moment before, come back a little lighter, a little clearer, and a bit more grounded. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Hope that cleared some of the Thursday energy away a little bit. Yeah.
Slowed us down a little bit.
Mhm.
As we're returning, I'm wondering, let's chat. What did you notice about this experience that we just had? What came up for you? You can drop it in the chat. I'll go first. I think for me, there was a bit of heightened energy, and I tend to slow down and soften when I go inward. And so for me, it was almost like I didn't realize that I was pacing until I went inward, and now I'm slowing a little bit more in my pace, in my internal thoughts. Crystal, I need more stillness. I love that. It's beautiful exploration. Anyone else want to share?
I'll say I noticed that I probably hadn't taken as many deep breaths as I needed to today, and just by stopping and taking those deep breaths, incorporating that into my day more will
Yeah.
help, like the anxiousness.
Beautiful, Deanna. That's beautiful. That's the purpose of I think T drawing you to your breath, is that we are always going. We're always going. And our breath is a healing tool. It is literally the most healing thing on the planet, honestly. And a lot of times we get so wrapped up in everything that we're doing that we forget to breathe. And you know, that fresh prana heals cells in our bodies. It renews our mind, brings clarity. And so it's so super important to return to your breath as much as possible. So I thank you for sharing that.
And piggybacking off what Edna just said, you know, we're not taught how to calm and regulate our nervous system. And I think it's interesting because people are often looking for ways to calm their nervous system. They do it in, you know, healthy ways or unhealthy ways. And part of staying well, I think a big part of self-care is learning how to calm your nervous system. And what people don't know, as Edna shared, is that the breath is a tool that we all have, that we actually can manipulate and cultivate if we practice. And all of us have time to breathe because we breathe naturally, but oftentimes we have that anxiety breath, that breath is rushed in your chest, versus learning how to breathe deeply. Because it's hard to stay well if your nervous system is always overactive. So, you know, breathing is not just something that's cute. It's something that we can actually use as a tool to stay well and grounded in ourselves, in our thoughts, and in our bodies. And I just read Susan in the chat. I realized that even though I'm sitting, my mind is racing forward. Learning how to breathe also, Susan, will bring your mind and body together. That'll help it to sync if you practice these things. So thank you for being honest. Yeah. Oh, and Lamise, I see you in the chat. The heavy and light places in my body felt really clear, highlighted the both and of life. I have deep heaviness, but also capable. Thank you for sharing that duality. Thank you.
I love duality. It's beautiful.
So we have some questions that we cultivated, and we had a lot of questions, but yeah, I had to whittle it down because I didn't have a lot of time. So these are the questions that kind of spoke to Edna and I. And these are some questions that, again, we can, if y'all want, we can share this with you and we can discuss how we can do that later. But if you want these questions for yourself, we will share our slides. We like to give things away. But I want you to take a moment to think about the following questions. And again, you don't have to share. You can share in the chat. You can share in group dialogue. It's up to you. I know I'm well when these things nourish me. I thrive in the following environments. Blank type of people inspire me. I desire to nourish myself in the following ways, or the following areas, excuse me. So these are really powerful, intentional questions. These questions are imbued with our hope that these questions bring you back to yourself and a reminder to honor yourself. So I want everyone to just take a moment to breathe deeply and answer the question. Now, for my overthinkers and people who are in perfectionistic recovery like myself, first thought, best thought, do not overthink this. First thought, best thought, you can come back to this.
Yes.
I know,
I love that, Winona.
I know I'm well when I don't have tension in my shoulders. Thank you, somatics. So
Yes.
you feel it in your body. Thank you for sharing that. Look at that wise body. Yes. I know I'm well when I'm sleeping, I'll go.
Rest.
I'm not, my body will tell me, like if I'm not balanced, if I can't sleep. So that's,
I know
my
I'm well.
my sleep hygiene will tell me if I'm not balanced.
I feel like singing.
Yeah.
Say that again, Teresa.
Oh, I know I'm well when I sing.
Oh, yes. I know I will.
love that.
Your throat chakra real open, Teresa. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I had to think about it for a while because at first I was like, I don't even know when I'm well, but then I really thought about it.
That's right. You know, Yes, that's right. Thank you for being honest. First, I didn't know, but no, I do know. That's
Yeah.
right. Who else? I know I'm well when. I love this question. My face like vibrates when I say it.
I know I'm well when I eat. How about that?
Okay, okay. Yes.
If I'm hungry, I'm probably not well. I'm hangry.
Thank you for sharing that, Dr. E. I know I'm well when. One more share out if you're up to it.
I know I'm well when I'm dancing in my kitchen randomly.
Okay, kitchen karaoke, Deanna. Okay, yes. So you should be having kitchen karaoke more times than not in the week, I'm hoping. Yeah. 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 These things nourish me. Come on, y'all. Tell us what nourishes you.
Yeah.
Eating high vibrational foods nourishes me. That's easy.
Yeah.
When you eat well, you feel better. That's easy.
Moving your body. Yes. iPhone 95. Eat right and exercise. I love
That's
that.
right. I love that. Y'all better catch this wisdom of the group. The group has so much. I hope you're catching all. Ooh,
Oh,
deep
Susan.
conversations. Ecosystem. Great
Yes.
conversations with friends. Ecosystem. Yes, your ecosystem matters, y'all, and your wellness. These are so good.
See, they must have been here before.
They must have.
We were talking about
Somatic
somatic
yoga.
yoga.
Come
Yeah.
through. Come through, somatic yoga. These are so good. I thrive in the following environments. I think this is probably the hardest one, E. Like, I think people don't like to admit the truth about their environment, but hey,
Yeah.
you know,
Let's be real.
let's
So
be real.
safe,
The
safe
truth is
space. Safe space.
life-giving. Yes, the truth is life-giving. So let's be honest, y'all. I thrive in the following environments.
I'm gonna see you at the beach with Justina.
Yes. I thrive when I can go outside and get green space and breathe with the earth and be with trees. Like that, I thrive like where I can be close to nature.
Yes. Yes.
With
Mountain.
like-minded people that care about humans. That's where I thrive. Yes.
There we go.
Where there's freedom to leap forward. Beautiful feet and face on the grass. I thrive even by water. Sunlight, water, nature. These are great, y'all. These are so good. So good. Blank type of people inspire me. Optimistic people and authentic people inspire me. Real people inspire me.
Yeah, I would say
Oh,
people inspire
what do
me.
you mean it's okay?
Say it again, Deanna.
Genuine people.
Genuine. Yes.
You.
Oh, to hear it says honest people. Yes.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Love that one.
Authentic, honest, genuine. Yes, we are with like minds.
And soft people, especially soft Black women. You know how
Oh,
hard it is to be like in all the time. I mean, nobody's all the time, but like genuinely just soft at heart, soft at like, ugh. I'd be like, how? Help me. I want to come sit next to you.
Listen, I think you manifested us, okay? We're
there you go.
Right.
yeah, because I'm soft, but I'm also gangster. It's both. It's
Right.
both hands. They can live together.
Quality.
They can play well. No, that's beautiful. Blank kind of people, kind people, wise people. Ooh, who said wise? Susan?
Come on, Susan.
People who honor their own flow and pace, even without rigid systems. Justina,
Yes.
you're dropping bars. Dropping bars. Okay. You like the renegades. I know, Justina. That's why you're here. Yes, the renegades because we all are. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. I desire to nourish myself in the following areas. Do not overthink this, y'all. You know what you need. Be honest. I desire to nourish myself in the following areas. People who honor their words and actions. Yes, Crystal.
Yes. Where can we pour a little more in?
Yeah. And I am going to actually let you help me build that garden, and I'm going to create a Zen garden. So you're going to help me with the fruits and vegetables because Edna is, she has a green thumb, and she's going to help me do that. And I'm going to let her so I can sit in my garden that we're going to build together. So I'm going to nourish myself and holding myself accountable with this garden.
This garden. I'm gonna make it a
Self-care without
self-sustaining garden.
Winona says self-care without feeling guilty. Yes. Because if you nourish yourself, you can better nourish others, Winona, at a high level with your overflow. Yes. I desire to nourish myself in the following areas. Don't be shy. We're family now, y'all. Don't get quiet now. Spiritual life,
Spiritual life.
entrepreneurship. Yes, iPhone 95, you on it. Okay.
I'm
Yes.
telling you.
Time
Time,
and
space.
space. Oh,
Yes, Sahira. Oh my goodness.
that's so good.
That's deep.
I'm Miss Clarification. I really like to make sure I understand when someone is asking something. And
Yes.
I'm kind of stuck on this concept of nourishing myself. Could
Mhm.
you elaborate on that, please? I
What
just
part
don't
of
want
nourish
to throw
yourself,
out
I
an
guess,
answer. Yeah.
I guess what part don't you understand about like so when you nourish something, you cultivate it, you tend to it, you take care of it, you love on it, you give it attention, you take it seriously. That's how you nourish something.
Yeah.
Okay, so in nourishing myself, you're asking how do I choose to
Take care of yourself, pour
care
into
for
yourself.
myself?
Yeah.
Mhm. And the
Love
reason
on
why it's written
yourself.
that way, Susan, is because if I'm telling you I desire to nourish myself in the following ways, it's an affirmation and it's a call to action. So as my background is in Ericksonian hypnosis, I wrote this with the intention for you to say it as a declaration sentence, for you to say and declare, I desire to nourish myself in the following ways. That's why it's written like that. Does that make sense?
Not really. I think because I'm such a linear thinker, it's going
Oh,
to take me a minute to
yeah,
absorb this.
yeah,
I just cannot understand
Oh,
I
how
see.
to try that
Okay.
toward myself versus
Yeah, yeah,
maybe outwardly. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so it's
no, but
going to
I
take
like that you're
me.
thinking, and I like that you don't know. That means you actually are pushing past your limits, Susan, of like, I know what I know, and this is something different, and I'm learning how do I nourish myself? Like, because it's not linear. It's on the other part of your brain, the right side, which is the creative part. So it is making you tap on that part.
Interesting. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. I love it. Faith and fitness, singing more. Y'all like to sing. I wish I can sing. I don't have that gift. I don't have it. Somebody, three of y'all said sing. Sing for me, because I can't sing. I'll just lip sing. This is so great. And can I just say, Susan, by you asking that question, that is nourishing yourself and being curious and being open about approaching the world differently. That is actually a form of self-care, is mindset. I think, Edna, you have mindset on the other slide. That is a
yeah.
form of self-care, Susan, of like approaching this in a way of like being thoughtful, because we move so fast in our day. Oftentimes, we're not thoughtful. We just like do, right? And part of nourishing ourselves is taking the time to be like, what does this mean? Like, what does this actually mean? And how do I do that, like inwardly?
Mm,
So that
yeah.
was a great demonstration, Susan. Thank you. Yeah. I feel like nourishing yourself by asking, you are allowing your curiosity and confusion to be witnessed with care and seeking clarity, which seems to be a value of yours. Thank you, Lamise. I don't know if you saw that, Susan. That was beautiful. Yes, agreed. Asking questions, befriending ourselves, being a good student and steward of ourselves. Yeah.
Now, I do see that, and I I guess I don't want to go through life glib, pretending I understand something
That's
when I
right.
don't, or throwing out an answer just because someone asks me a question. I
Yeah.
really want to communicate and say, what do you intend? I mean, I could tell you anything. I can say,
Yeah.
but that's not how I
Mm.
operate, choose to operate. So I'm misclarification. Clarify what you really mean.
That's
Yes,
nourishing right there.
right there. Because it's
Like
because
you
you
can't
care.
just tell you anything, okay?
Meaning
Well, I
making
guess
is
not.
important. Thanks for that, Susan. I
No
love it.
worries.
Well, thank y'all. And again, if you're interested in the slides, Edna will share. If you share your information, we'll figure out that later. But you'll see these questions again. And I know
Absolutely.
Edna wanted to talk about wellness defined. This is the best definition that we found that kind of spoke to us.
Yes. So Wellness, as defined on the slide, is a holistic integration of your physical, mental, your spiritual well-being. So really encapsulating every part of you, down to your core being. It is the fueling of your body, the engaging of your mind, the tapping into your spirituality, your spiritual being, your higher consciousness. Wellness encapsulates every part of you in real time. And so when we think about wellness, a lot of times, especially when we think about like main society's version of wellness, is always something physical, or even, eating foods are the main components. I like to call it Instagram wellness. But wellness and well-being, going back to what I was saying earlier, are lifestyle concepts where we put at the forefront of everything that we are these practices, these rituals, these intentions of taking care of ourselves from each and every level, that physical, mental, spiritual, embodied, um, levels of self. And so I'm very curious, when you guys think about wellness, what aspect of yourself could you pour into a little bit more? Could it be your physical, perhaps your mental, maybe your spiritual?
Definitely for me would be my physical. Once it gets cold outside, I just kind of sort of forget about staying active and moving.
I can appreciate it. Look at that honesty. I love that, Deanna. I love that. And I share with you, look, let me be my full honest self too, okay? If I'm not going to the gym, then it probably won't be happening. I love that. I do a little bit of yoga every day, and then honey, if I don't leave the house, the yoga is my physical wellness for the day. Crystal, honestly, all of it. Okay. Let's be real honest, okay? I love that. Thank you, Crystal. Yes.
As
We will
someone who
pour every
hasn't
aspect of self.
actually taken a vacation in over 2 years, I travel a lot, but I haven't. And the fact that my daughter pointed that out to me a couple of days ago, and she was like, "You're going to work again. It's just work. It's just work." And I was like, "Wow, I haven't actually gone on a trip or taken time or vacation without it being
Work
work
related.
related in
Yeah.
over 2 years." And I'm working on it.
Okay. Okay.
Time,
Look.
see,
All you
time
have
and
to do
space. I'm
is work
telling you.
on it. It's like mindful, right? You're being mindful about it. You're putting it in your consciousness, and then you're gonna do it, right? Like softness, like wellness is compassion for ourselves, Tara. Like it's okay. Like
Yeah.
it's all good. You'll get there. This is a lifestyle. This is a journey, and you'll get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for sharing. These are so good. Such good share outs. Now, again, this was a longer list, but we wanted to give you just very simple keys to wellness. And you could bring us to our next slide, Edna. I really love this slide because, part of my mission and my work is trying to make sure that everyone that I meet has a high quality of life. And
Yes.
when we brought this list together, we were trying to think like, what are things that people can do right now in real time? Everybody can't go to Sedona. Everybody can't go to Costa Rica. Everybody can't go to, the somatic retreat that costs thousands of dollars. But these are things you can do right now at home tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
Rest the body, elevate the body, cultivate ecosystems, nourish the body and your mindset. These are things that are low cost. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm
Free.
not gonna hold y'all. It's low cost. Doesn't cost a lot of money. You can do this right now for free.
That's
Okay. You
it.
don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have a certain amount of money. You just have to have an awareness to want to.
That's it.
Okay. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying it is accessible and attainable for you. Yeah. So starting off with rest. I know y'all, I get it. I hear you, you're busy, but there's no excuse. So you
Yeah.
heard me at the beginning of our presentation, sleep hygiene is a thing, right? And when you hit a certain age, you can't bypass sleep anymore. All the coffee in the world is not going to help you. Your body just needs to shut down and rest.
That's it.
Shut down and rest. I'm talking to you, Deanna, and you, Susan, and you, Tahara. I'm talking to all of you, Justina, well known, all of you. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. We have time to rest. You think you don't have time, you have time. Because anything that's for you cannot pass you. And I want anybody that I encounter to be rested. Part of being rested is nourishing the self. So rest is nourishment. Rest is wellness. I know y'all like tequila. No, I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
If you really want to commit, you'll go on your iPhone and you'll set that sleep timer, because if you have an iPhone, and I'm sorry for you Androids, I'm sorry, I'm not talking to you. This is not for you, okay? Yeah, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the iPhone peoples, okay? If you do the health app, like it should be a sleep, like if you do measure your sleep, it'll hold you accountable and it'll wind you down before bedtime. We're all on our phones. Now, I'm sure the Android has something like that, but if you want to start like tracking your sleep, there's an app already built in your phone, do it.
Yeah.
If you can, 7, start with 7. If you don't actually get 7 hours of sleep, at least you tried. If you can get more than 7, God bless you. But I'm dealing with movers and shakers up in here. So I'm going to say 7, okay? We're going to aim for 7. We're going to aim for 7.
I love it.
Yep. Yep. I see y'all's faces. Okay. I'm going to hope that you do it. I'm going to hope that at the end of the year when we meet again, that you've done it.
Or at the very least, turn off your notifications. Okay, let's start
Thank
there.
you. See,
Yeah.
you're soft, Edna.
There
You
we
see, I'm saying set the timer, but okay. Okay. I see you, Crystal. That's you too. You too,
There we
Justina. I can tell y'all are renegades. Yeah, I know. Next, Edna. This is Edna's favorite.
Yep. Elevate your body. And I'm talking all the movement. So look, me and Deanna just touched and agreed. We're going to move our bodies a little bit more in 2025, but elevate your body is literally that, getting out and doing something that moves your body, especially again, as we age, as our bodies grow in their wiser years. In a lot of my yoga classes, I teach about hips and how our hips are one of the main uh bone groups that we break as we age because we don't open them, we don't move them, we're not stretching them. And especially when we think about chronic conditions, you really have to move your body. And stress builds up from, again, just not moving your body, storing these experiences, the frustration, the energy that others have passed off on you from these jobs and these interactions with people in your body, and you have to find a way to outlet it. Even if you don't do it every day, let's make another goal. Like T just said, let's make another goal to move our bodies at least 5 minutes a day, if that's a good start for you.
Thank you
But
for
let's work our way
clarifying,
up.
Edna. I thank you
Yeah,
for, because I feel like we have overachievers in the room, and I'm a
yeah.
recovering one. And when you say move the body, they're like, I ain't got time to go to the gym for 30 minutes and 45 minutes and an hour, Dr. Abney. That's not what we're saying. We're saying you can get up and stand up and walk around your house, apartment. You can just like roll your shoulders back. There's no excuse why you can't move your body. It doesn't have to be a gauntlet workout. It can be gentle movements, gentle neck stretches.
Yes. Somatic shaking. Yes, Lamise. Come.
Yes.
I love that. And yes, T, emotions are stored in the hips. Again, all of the stress components that we take in from our crazy jobs get stored in our body, guys. And so we really have to be intentional about moving. Otherwise, again, like I said, you wind up later on in life and you got arthritis and all of these degenerative disc diseases and all of these things that could have been mitigated by once an hour, stand up from your desk and just fold forward. Just fold your body forward and allow your body to sway from side to side and just elongate your spine. It does wonders for you.
Mm-hmm.
So elevate your body.
Yeah. I love that in the beginning of our conversation, when we were talking about the things that keep us well, the things that, you know, we enjoy. Some people talked about, I think Susan has said like deep conversations. Someone else said like, you know, nourishing relationships. All of y'all said something about people, which I think is awesome, because people forget that, you know, emotional systems are infectious. So like we affect each other, like our energy affects each other. So y'all have to be very careful who you let around you. I know in the workspace, you're in mixed company, you can't control that, but you can control what you let in and how
Yes.
you know, energetically protect yourself when you're going in different environments. But when I think about the people that you choose, because you didn't choose your family, that's not a talk for today. That's another talk for another time in my therapy session, but not today. But the friends and lovers and whatever else in between, we choose, right? So why
Absolutely.
not cultivate an ecosystem of like-minded people? I think
Yes.
us all being together right now, we are now an ecosystem with each other. We are like-minded people. This is wellness. Wellness likes attention. Wellness is
Yes.
not done alone all the time. Sometimes we have to be in community so that we can hold each other accountable with
Yeah.
compassion and love, not
Yeah.
judgment and shame. Does that make sense, y'all? There's some friends, you don't have to raise your hand. You can just give me a little quick little head nod. There's some friends that you're around. Oh my God, they light you up. Like, yes, they're like spring in
Life-giving.
human form. Then you
Yeah.
have some of those friends who are probably a little raggedy that you've probably collected from back in the day, that you're with them and they want to pull you back to a version of yourself that no longer exists. You don't have to blink or confirm or deny. We all have them. I know. So you get to choose where you put all the people in your ecosystem. Some people we got to push out. Some people we have to still tolerate. And some people we have to let go altogether. Then we have all this other space for people who we can connect with on a soul level.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ecosystem. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then think about nourishing your body. So again, when we think about nourishing our body, we're talking about those life-giving foods. We're talking about getting that water in. I think I ain't gonna call nobody out, but we were literally just having a conversation about drinking water and detoxing right before this meeting, and it's so essential to nourish your body, y'all. And this could look like, you know, cutting back on your sweets. This could look like getting more greens in. This could look like, again, drinking an extra glass of water, an extra liter of water if you fancy. This could look like detoxing, you know, fasting, whatever you find that your body needs. This is getting your vitamins in, your nutrients. What do you need? And explore that.
Yeah,
Making
because what
constant
you put in your
adjustments.
body affects your
Yeah,
mental health and your
absolutely.
emotional health. Yes.
Absolutely. And last but not least is mindset. So this one is, I think both T and I's favorite is mindset, because number one, we're mental health professionals, but also mindset changes absolutely everything else on this list. I mean, everything is overlapping anyway, but when you have the right mindset, then you're already going to nourish your body. You're already going to attract a beautiful, aligned ecosystem. You're already going to prioritize elevating your body and getting the rest that you need. And so this idea of mindset is that creating of boundaries, that check in with yourself, that prioritizing your wellness and your well-being as this lifestyle and not just this, again, passive thing that we do, or this thing that we do when we, you know, are now unwell. I love that. Yes, how we view things create peace and suffering.
Yeah.
Peace or suffering. Choices. Yes, I love that. Yeah. You choose your mindset. And sometimes it may be, you may find it challenging to stay in that peace mindset. And that's okay. You can be honest with yourself. But what do you need to not stay there? How do you pull yourself out?
Yeah.
One thing you don't want to do is surround yourself with the unhappy and the unlucky. That will eat away at you every time. So make sure that you're prioritizing and nourishing your mindset just as much as you get rest, elevate your body, cultivate ecosystems, and nourish your body.
And if you need help with that, you can find people.
Yes.
who specialize in that, right? If you can't do it on your own, if you're struggling, there are all kinds of coaches and mental health professionals and somatic professionals and people to do this work. Like reach out and ask, get help. Helping is wellness. You don't need to do it on your own. Yes.
So, oh, I think we only have 5 minutes left. So let's just I think we encapsulated the chat in our conversation. So let's just draw this container to a close. So I invite you all to draw back into your bodies here. If it feels safe and comfortable, allow your eyes to settle, to soften. Allow your heart to center here, open with compassion and grace. Returning your awareness to that intention that you set at the onset of our time together today. And nourishing yourself with that intention, with this newly created mindset, with this newly embodied practice and adoption of this lifestyle of well-being. Taking a few collective breaths here as you begin to notice how different the quality of your thoughts may be in this moment. How slow the breath has become, how quiet the mind has become. And opening, expanding, allowing higher consciousness to fill your body. Allowing your mind to settle, your heart to be wrapped in warmth, and your body to continue to soften. And as we're closing out today, I invite you to take 3 gentle breaths with me in through your nose, inhaling light, grace, and embodied practices that nourish you. And as you exhale, releasing anything that no longer serves you, people, practices, things, places, and spaces. They are no longer welcome. Deep inhale in through your nose and out through your mouth. And in your last gentle breath, inhaling in through your nose. And as you exhale, allowing your body to return to this space that we've cultivated, allowing a little bit of light to arrive back into your eyes, and returning to this moment that we've all created, co-created together.
That was beautiful, Edie. Thank you for that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So we hope that, this meeting together like this, taking time for self, taking time to connect, taking time to do something that edifies you really kicks off, your wellness, your path to wellness as a lifestyle. All of you are very wise, very intelligent beings. I know you all know what you need. It's a matter of being mindful and honoring that. I hope that Edna and I see you all again in these wellness streets. I thank you all for bringing the fullness of yourself, your questions, your curiosities. Thank you for bringing you. You could do anything else in the world at this moment, but you gave us your time, and I think that's very precious. So I thank you.
Thank you. I do as well. I appreciate you all for joining us tonight. And may something that we've said touch your heart, mind, and spirit, and bring you back into well-being and wellness alignment.
Oh my God, this was so amazing, ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, your energy, your softness, the love. I'm sure everybody can feel that through the screens. thank everybody for joining. Like, as they said, the doctors. We genuinely hope that this touched you and you are leaving better than you came in. So good night. Have a wonderful weekend coming up. And, as always, I'm here if you need anything. Good night.
Be well, everyone.
Bye.